So we know we've got a strong signal because that little green light at the bottom. So what we can do, this is just Bluetooth now, so we can talk to it inside the van or just around the van.
Yeah.
Top left, you just tap on that, that's to do with power. Right, so when it becomes clear, that's when that's when you can operate it. So you can switch the power on and off. You can switch to a vehicle battery if that was still connected on the site. AC limit you can change. Live update is you just update it quicker. So once you've done something, it will update it quicker. It still takes a while to think about it. But what you've also got is leisure battery. There isn't too much on this one actually. Leisure battery and mains, ampage, what you're using. It would show you solar as well if that was operating. Okay, so you just come back out of that one. Next one is water. You can, with this, all you'll be able to do is switch the water pump on and off. Be very careful how you use that. Is it going to light up? If you obviously playing with that, there's connection going in. Just press that bottom one now. That's it, search control panel. Tap on the blue one again. That's it. Come on, communicate. There we go. So that's lit up now, so you could switch the water pump on or off. Be very careful what you're doing with that, guys. You remember I said when we jumped in, if you haven't got control of the taps and they've been left open, you go and think, oh, I'll go and switch that on now.
Yeah.
And there's water going everywhere, so just be careful how you're using that.
Yeah.
Probably easy, it's okay to switch off rather than switch on,
Yeah.
but it all depends who's in the van and what the taps are doing. Right, if you come back out of that one. Next one is heating.
That's good though, isn't it? That you can do that one, you
Yeah.
know, yeah.
And Tom wants to talk to us. Right. So at the moment it's on manual. If you remember on here, you come back over here. Heating settings. So we want app now. Exit settings. Right, so that should go to 7 timer now in a second when it thinks about it.
What's it we're waiting for?
We're waiting for it to recognise it and recognise where it is. It's gone to there we go. Right, should recognise it now. It should go to timer 7. Oh, it's gone again. Where's it going back to? Coming out little timer clock on there, and it's gone again. Right, I'm not sure what's happening with that actually. There's something I've never come across that one. That should stay. For some reason it keeps jumping back to timer 7. Just tap timer 7 on that, see if it'll do anything with that. It's gone again. Should we on the app? On the app? No, we're not on there. Yeah, let's jump back to the manual. Right, I'm not sure what's happening with that. I'm not sure the engineer who knows all about this one is not in today, so at the moment I'm not sure why that's happening. So obviously communications with these things, that's a different one, don't do that one. For some reason it jumps back to manual. There's nothing I can do about that one at the moment. I don't think it's getting a bit warm. We can just turn the heating down a little bit. You can see how warm it's getting,
Yeah.
or how warm it can get.
Great.
Right.
So we can't use the app to put the heating on now?
Not heating at the moment by the looks of it. I'm not sure why that's jumping back out of. It's going back to manual for some reason. Don't know. Don't ask me why. But just we'll try an override. Just tap on override. See if that will do it or not. So with the override, you can do this remotely as well. You can actually get the heating to come on now if you wanted to. So say you had it on a timer. You've gone out for the day, so you're going up the Wrekin. You get up there, you set the time to come on about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You think, oh, we'll get back by then and it should be nice and warm by 5 o'clock or whatever. Halfway through the day, oh no, it's too cold, we won't go back now. So you think, well, but my timer's coming on at 4, I want it on now. So you press tap override, you can select water and heating. So if you just tap on the heating one for now, which is the top one. Okay, so that's just the fan. If you tap it again, so that's fan and gas, tap it again, so electric. So you can go scroll through all the different options. So if we leave it on electric too for the moment, so you could switch water heating on as well, but we won't bother with doing that at the moment. Next one along, that is your running time for the heating to be run on for override. Tap that centre one, that should be temperature range. So if you scroll that, even though you can't see that temperature range, so you tap on 25, degrees. And we'll see. Then if you just press start, we'll just see if it will communicate or not. Oh, it's doing it. Oh, it's gone again. Overrides there. Seems very odd. I don't think it's communicating.
Do you want to go and get your tablet, see if that'll do it? Otherwise we're gonna have to...
I don't think it's this. I think it's the system. Because when I set it manually on the heating system here, heating settings, and it jumped straight back out again for some reason. So I don't think it's your phone. I think it's the system itself.
So that means we'll have to come back with the van.
I think so.
Day.
Very possible. Very possible. So I don't think there's anyone here because that's the first I've come across. So, well, I see all the vans on that. Well, more or less all of them that are going out. I've never seen that happen. And the likelihood is they will need to talk to Sargent, who are the company that operates this system, and they're not in at the weekend. So Monday morning will be the earliest time they'll be able to talk to them. Well, how long are you stopping?
Just till tomorrow morning.
Just till tomorrow morning. Yeah, I can't quite understand why it's just tap override again. That switches that system off. So just look at the heating system on the app. Obviously when it's up and running, obviously you've got the timers. Timer 7. Just tap on that. You'll see you can set individual days. Timer 1 is just one for every day. Obviously water heating and heating. But heating's going to shut off again. It's just showing it shutting off on that. Strange. Right. But this looks like a communications issue. But
Would it might work if you turn it on and off again? You know what?
well, yeah, it's possible.
Sometimes.
It's one of them things I've never seen before. That's what.
Turn it on and off and just try
Yeah.
it, because sometimes that
I
does
know.
work with anything else, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, I'll just switch the system shutdown. That's the same as a computer on off as well on the system shutdown. So if
Just
you
worth a
get
try,
to
innit?
if you get to the screen, it's blank like that. That you've left the system shutdown off. So when you come to it, where's it got?
So
There.
should we leave that on?
No, you don't have to.
No.
But see, then it will light up. It will beep at you, even though it's still off. Look, but it will bring the panel on.
Just because we don't want to have to come back and everything.
Well, no, it's one of the things you don't really need. Don't want to come up back if you can help it. Right, let's just go for.
I know it's not far away, but if they don't
How
work
far
at
do you
weekends,
travel?
we could only really come at a weekend.
Chester. Oh, right. Oh, my daughter's at uni at Chester. Let's try that. Is he going to do it? Stay here.
Staying on
You might have got the trick. Right. So
Works with every other electrical
Let's jump to
appliance.
that. Yeah. So that's done it then.
Cool.
Yeah, that looks like we'll be doing it. Right, let's go for override again. So 18 shut itself off. Everything's all switched off now. Look, because we did the system shutdown, that shut that off. Right, so if we just go for the air energy one, so the select, just tap it and we'll get at least electric 2 on it.
Not gas. There.
That's it. So remember that's the running time. You could change time, but we won't do. Just tap on temperature. Give it 25, so we know it should come on at that. Then press start. That should communicate with that. So you can see on there, the override is.
Oh, so
There we
it's
go.
working.
Yeah,
Thank God for
that's
that.
it. That's it. Right, so you can see that it's got. Obviously, that's come up on that. It's difficult to say because that heating, when you say 25 degrees, it's more for the Aldi system, which has got a temperature set.
As long as it comes on
yeah.
something.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
all you
so
want,
that's good.
isn't
That's
it?
fine.
Great.
That's fine. Right. So that will run for that hour period, and then once it finishes that hour period, it'll jump back to timer setting.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. So if you just tap, you can just tap
Right.
on heating and just tap on override. We'll switch it off of that. Right. If
So do you know what you're doing there now?
No.
Well,
so,
we'll get
if you can set a time. Well, you don't have to use that. You can. The only thing is, if you've set it on an app, which you see that little clock symbol there, you can't operate it manually on that control panel.
Right.
So if you've been playing with the app, then you come in and say, "Well, I want to use it. Oh, why is it not operating?" You either got to set it back, or you got to carry on operating from there.
Might as well
With
just use the app then.
operating from there, you just set a timer on the app. With that, you can just manually go or tap it up a bit or down a bit, or
So when you realise it's not working, it's because you've got to change the heater settings on
Yeah.
there to manual.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Happy? Yeah. Right, if you just come back out of that one, then we'll just show you other options on here. Fridge. So we tap on that. So when it thinks about it when it's on, because obviously we powered off. That's why it's saying off at the moment. So you can select whichever you want. Again, auto, electric, or whatever. Optimal. So if you just tap, say, to 3 on there. So that's your fridge setting. If you look on here now.
Oh yeah, it's come on.
Electric.
Clever, isn't it?
Yeah. Very nice.
I like that.
Right, just come back out of there. Lights. So that's where you can dim lights. Oh, not too bad. Right. So interior. So you can switch lights on and off. I'm not sure on dim channels on this one actually. So that's your interior light. Your light outside. Your dim lights. You've got 2 channels. I'm not sure if you've got 2 channels on this actually, but you may have. Right, if you just tap one to say 5%, you'll see what's going to dim. Right, so that's that one there. If you tap dim one, so that's that one there. So you've got 2 channels. So you've been a smaller van, normally you have it like that end and that end, but dim 1, dim 2. So dim 1's usually at the back of the van, dim 2's usually at the front of the van.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, so you can slide it, either slide it or you can tap it. It's up to you. Okay. Right, come back out of that one. That's your lights. That one there is to do with aircon. You haven't got aircon, so don't worry about that. That one also you haven't got, which is the ATC, which isn't fitted to this van anyway. That one there is remote operation. You just tap on that one. So remote operate. You can see these are all grey now, and there's even darker grey. Right, we're not connected as yet. So if you come back out of there, I'll show you how to connect. This is to connect via the internet. So if you've got data or whatever switched on for your internet, yeah. So go into the Head and Shoulders. That's nothing to do with dandruff. Right. What you've got, you've registered with Swift Command. Yeah. So an email address you would have put in and a password you would have put in. Yeah. So if you tap them in, it will pre-populate everything else. All you need to do, if you want to do that now, so tap in your email address. You might not want to record putting the password in, perhaps, I don't know, with the camera.
I remember what it is.
If you remember what it is, yeah. And sometimes the salesman's written it on here. I said, don't write it on there, get it see. Especially with recording. So all you need to do is just password and your email address you registered with and the password. Yeah.
Be the worst video you've ever seen, this one.
I've seen some good ones, I must admit. I like to see the floor or the top of my head. That's usually the best one.
Well, halfway through is a black screen.
Yeah, so get vehicle details. Tap on that. Your vehicle should, fingers crossed, come up. Right, obviously the limitation on, has it done it? Is this pre-select vehicle?
Yeah.
Hasn't got vehicle. It's populated all that. Oh. No, just tap on that one again. So it should come up with your vehicle as in the base camp. I'm not sure why that's doing that. We just press save and see what it does. Let me just save. Right, just come back out of there then. If we go to the blue tile again, if that's lit blue, no. No, so they should be lit blue. Come back to that end shoulders one again. What was that? Just press select. There's no vehicle to select. That's what's getting me now. There should be, what it should be there is a tile showing Swift Basecamp and the registration number on it, and it's not showing that for some reason.
That's
But it
not
said,
wrong, is it?
oh no, that's your Bluetooth just gone.
Oh, sorry.
But when you connect via that anyway, it will override Bluetooth and go out of it anyway. No, it just goes into the. I'm not sure on that one because normally you just press that and it comes up with the vehicle. It's not.
Off and on again.
Okay, try it. It just seems odd that it's recognised all that lot, and it did say that it would connect it. Account details saved.
Might be able to do that on your app after.
Yeah.
Where's it supposed to find
On
the
your-
base camp from? Like,
Yeah, that's on the internet. It's going onto the internet to find that, and a tile should be just below that grey bar there, saying Swift
But-
Basecamp.
Do you think
So
it's
when
because it's not
so
a
when-
big enough phone?
so when I registered, should I put base camp?
No. Or
Right, okay.
you registering yourself,
Right.
then we connect you to it. I wonder if that's been done. That's the only other thing. Yeah, so at the moment when we go back to Graham, we'll
That
check.
might not have been done, yeah.
It might not have been connected.
Yeah.
That's
only
what it's looking.
registered-
Obviously, it's recognising you. It's not recognising the van. So
Yeah.
it's obviously that hasn't been
I only
connected.
did that a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Okay. So It should be instant. So when we go back, we'll check with Graham, make sure
Okay.
that has been connected to you. Okay, so I think that's what it is. It's recognising you, not.
Yeah.
So with this remote, we'll just go back out of there, back to that one. When that is connected, these will all go blue. Update will still be great. You press update, that will light up all the rest of the icons here. Okay, so it comes down to about here. Then you can, if you can just about see, you can see the lights on that one, the power, override, timer, and things like that. Which you can operate remotely, as long as where your van is sitting has got a signal, and where you are sitting has got a signal. If you haven't, it's not going to communicate.
No, yeah.
Okay.
It's a mobile data signal.
Yeah.
So there's one in the van.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it will pick up that. Yeah. Okay. As long as it's registered with it. Right. Tracker. So if with that, it'll just take you through to the Swift Command website. If you want to register the van with Tracker, it's a subscription. I think it's about £90 a year. I think, which will track it as obviously it tracks it. If someone steals it, they will contact you to say that is them moving.
Yeah.
As long as you set it and got the subscription. When you subscribe to it, they will give you a 4-figure number.
Yeah.
You tap that number in on. That's when you leave it. Obviously, you don't want it stolen, so you either got it in storage or outside your house, or you're leaving it for the day if you wanted to. And when you come back, off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
strict.
right, okay.
Right. As I said before, your manuals are online. So if you just tap on that one, obviously when you're connected, no, it's not connected. Once it recognises your van, it will recognise your handbook. And then you'll be able to see that there, or you can just go on to the Swift website and see that.
Okay.
You can see it on their handbooks. All right. Okay. So I couldn't get you connected then, but
It's alright. We'll
one of the
sort
things
it.
that-
Might be able to do it on your tablet, on your
yeah.
iPad. Like.
I think what it is connection, you and your van. I think that's what's not happened,
Yeah.
because normally that will come up. It's recognised you. It just hasn't recognised the van is yours as such.
Okay.
All right. Right. Just trying to think anything else now. I think that's most
That's
things,
the
unless.
outside shower
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So it just plugs in like a hose.
Edit.
That's a compressor.
So you can take your dirty
What's that
tyres
noise?
off.
That's a compressor at the back of the shed.
Oh, nothing to do
Yeah,
with
it's
this.
nothing to do with
Right,
this.
okay,
No.
okay.
No, normally it happens if I press a button or something, it usually fires it up, and it's like. If I could actually work that like that, but no, because I could switch it off. Right. Okay, TV bracket.
So
Do not leave the TV on it, because obviously that bouncing around is going to damage it. Obviously that's just to lock it in position, but
But
so that screws into the back of your TV. You should have 4 screws in the back of your TV if you've got a
right,
TV.
you just put the TV
Yeah, and then
under
just put
a
it, yeah.
chair.
You don't want that bouncing up around.
Oh, that's
And obviously
handy then,
that
isn't
just
it?
holds that in position when you travel.
Great.
Okay.
And I found a 12-volt thing
Yeah,
upstairs
so-
in the chest. And an adapter. Said there wasn't one with the telly, didn't I? Found
Oh,
one.
right.
You can plug the electric in if you haven't got.
Yeah. Cool.
If you don't need to use 12 volt. Right, what we got here, so hopefully that's everything I can think of. What I'll do, I'll run back up and grab Graham and see if I can get that connected or not. Have you organised other things, like you were talking about battery and things like that, have you organised battery with Graham?
Well, yeah,
We
he
asked
said he
him
was going
to,
put
but
them
I'm
in.
not sure he's done it.
But yeah,
So
that's
we need,
obviously-
we
Did you
need quite a
actually-
few things.
Yeah. Did you request like a starter pack or
Yes.
something like that?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So that's
But we
probably,
might not need
still in the shop.
everything that's in a starter pack. So
Yeah,
we need to know
exactly,
what
yeah,
that
because
is.
it's slightly different than
It was
something
the
like
two
that.
waste. It was the waste water. It was the
Yeah, waste.
water valve, aquavola,
Waste Master.
the
yeah.
the waste thing, and the
And
battery,
battery.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was all we
Alright.
need, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. But I would think. Yeah. I can't think of anything else. They're the basic things you need, obviously, to use it.
Oh,
I
feet.
can't think of anything enough. Well, you could get feet, yeah, but that's not essential. But there's something
Yeah.
you could use. Yeah. Right. What we've got here. So that first page is mine. So all is just understanding of. I can remember where I put my pen. Or my last customer nicked my pen. Oh. I think the last customer yesterday nicked my pen. You haven't got a pen on you, otherwise I'll have to go and try and find one.
There's one in your car.
Don't know. Don't
Right.
it.
So
Did you pay?
what I want you to do is go through these now. It's tick it if you're happy, you understand, or a reasonable understanding. Chris Etch, you know Chris, have you heard of Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on there, on these little stickers,
Oh,
and there
yeah.
should be a decent size one on one of the windows, which I can't see at the moment. Where's that one? No, normally there's a bigger one. Oh, it's down there, yeah. So the big one down there, that's your chassis number, that's the number, this
Alright.
number that you would need to give to your insurance
Yeah.
to identify the van. Okay, we registered with Chris. Chris is similar to Car and DVLA.
Yeah.
Chris is a caravan version of. So
Yeah.
we'll send the details off. Chris will send you the documents, obviously, when they've finished it. It's not quite as quick as DVLA. It's probably slightly longer, 2 or 3, 4 weeks perhaps. Right, so I want you to tick through these now when I get a pen. What I didn't mention was the wheel nuts. It is very important that you check the wheel nuts regularly. I think it's 130 Newton meters. It should say on the plate outside. 130 Newton meters. I will check them before you leave anyway, but it's something you do need to check regularly to make sure that the wheels aren't going to come off. Okay? Right, tick through all of these, tick through all of them. As long as they apply, certain things won't, obviously, be on a slightly smaller vehicle.
Is this finished with now?
Yeah, yeah, you can switch that off now if you want. Read, print, sign the bottom of there. Obviously, if there's any questions at any time, just